Turkey has stepped up diplomatic efforts to end the conflict. The Turkish Deputy Foreign Minister will head to Sudan's neighbor Ethiopia next week, so the two nations can mediate between the two warring generals.
Bu iki taraf üzerinde de etkisi olan ülkelerden bir tanesi.
We are one of the countries that can make an impact on both sides. Some countries take sides. Some take one side, some the other. But this can be very dangerous. What is your interest in Sudan? What are you aiming for? Sudan is a country rich in agriculture and minerals. But this is a country that cannot use its riches. After instability in this country, neither the people nor other countries can benefit from.
After 2 weeks of fighting, none of the truces so far have really stuck. The ceasefires have only allowed the residents brief windows to venture out for basic necessities or to get on buses, planes and boats to escape the fighting.
We have a bad situation in Khartoum. It was war. We don't know what should we do in Khartoum, and very horrible.
The United Nations says humanitarian aid is getting to the borders of Sudan, where many refugees have moved into camps. Sudan's northern, western and southern neighbors have each taken in between 15 and 20,000 refugees. Humanitarian aid groups have warned the situation could even get worsened.
We have a crisis on an enormous scale, and we are desperately concerned that unless there is a ceasefire, unless we have a stop to all the fighting, the situation is only going to get worse. Before this crisis started, there were already 15.8 million people who were hungry across the country. That number obviously is increasing dramatically because of what's happening. So we need a ceasefire, we need space for humanitarian actors to re-engage, and we need to do it right now.
As the fighting between the warring sides entered a third week, now there seems to be no end in sight to the violence and suffering of the Sudanese people. Usman Aliyu, TRT World.